Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second match of the show match series between idrA and Alive. At the top right we have, in the green color, once again our Zerg player from Evil Geniuses. It is idrA, and at the bottom left of Daybreak we have Alive in the purple color, the Terran player that just took the first game after an 11-11 opening. So yeah, now in Daybreak this is probably going to be a different story, as the map just favors the macro style. Sheth, did you have a lot of experiences on Daybreak? What do you think about the map in Zerg versus Terran?
Daybreak is another one of my favorite maps, to be honest. It again favors kind of a macro game, and those are the games I like playing, so it'll be interesting. I really wouldn't be surprised if Alive does almost the same sort of 11-11 racks. That also can be very strong here, even though this map is huge. So I really actually don't think he will, but I think idrA will just go for a very heavy macro game, 3 bases real quick, and just defend them. It's really strong in my opinion, and I just really like this map. I could go on for hours about why I think this map is one of my favorite ZVT map.
Alive so far didn't take gas, he's now just building the first barracks, and on Daybreak we've seen a lot of Terran players just go for really greedy openings because he just can't defend so well. You have the rocks in the middle of the map, so it's really hard to get to your opponent's base in time until the rocks in the middle of the game have been destroyed. So right now we have no gas for Alive, he's just building the barracks, probably going for an expansion very soon, sending out another SCV for scouting reasons just now, and well, we already have the 15 hatch for idrA. The one thing that I really want to know, Sheth, is what in your opinion is the best late game composition on Daybreak? We've seen a lot of players using Brood Lords, we've seen a couple of Ultralisks. What do you think is the best way to play on Daybreak in the later stages of the game?
This is a really cool theory thing that I've been kind of talking a lot about with people. It basically revolves around the fact that if you look at this map, if Terran splits the map vertically, but slightly to the left, the Zerg can get something like 6 bases, or even 7 bases, and then the Terran can have 5. The Zerg really wants that to happen, or at least to be 6 to 5 for a long time, or even just deny that other base the whole time. And the way you can do it is just something like Broodlord Infestor, and like I should be saying other compositions, right? No, just really Broodlord and Infestor. You can get a few Corruptors if you see Vikings, you can get a few Banelings, you see a lot of Ghosts, things like that. But you really just want to play it turtle, mine up the map, and you really never can engage, but you can always hold these 2 kind of vertical expansions that are dead in the center. And that's what you're going to have to do in the late game situation. And then you just have to outmine them. You have to take 7 bases and find a way to make it cost efficient against the 5. And it can be tricky, but think about it, as long as you hold those 2 in the center expansion, you can deny Ghosts from like sneaking in. You can really deny drop ships because you're basically defending the whole area of the map already. And it's just really difficult to do and difficult to micro your Broodlords plus split them up properly. So it's a lot to do with scouting, maybe even throwing in some changelings to make sure you know where the opponent's army is. But that's how I look at late game in this map. I know there's a lot to say, I'm sorry, but
that, ladies and gentlemen, is Sheth for you dropping the knowledge right there. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your thoughts on that. We had a little bit of pressure in the early game that well, it was not really all that much pressure, just you might have caught it on camera. We have 1 bunker for Alive, just trying to fake a bit of pressure, but idrA reacted in time just to force the cancel on the bunker. Nothing all that big happened just yet. And well, Alive now with the expansion as we expected. He built it after he started with his first barracks. We're now transitioning into with double refinery. He's transitioning into reactor factory Hellions. He's even building the second factory right now, which is very interesting. I certainly didn't expect him to do it, but I've seen a couple, especially on Korean server, I've seen a couple of games where Terran really tries to get a really huge Hellion count and capitalize on a greedy Zerg play, and idrA is known for trying to drone it up quite heavily. So do you think that he will be caught off guard by it?
I do. The way this, I mean, you can't really say this early, but I mean, I'm just using my knowledge of idrA's playstyle that he probably will. This is a very, not necessarily all-in build, but really heavy Hellion build, and if the Hellions don't do damage, you're way behind. idrA historically does less well against these builds.
He skipped the Spine Crawler. Ah, there he is.
Yeah, no Spine Crawler, no Roach Horn, no Baneling Nest. I don't know why he went Evolution Chamber first. I guess he's getting +1 really early, but it's almost a hard uncounter to what the Terran's doing. The Terran can let you get whatever upgrades you want.
Sorry, what is your opinion on the placement of the evolution chamber? Do you think he should have placed it down at his natural in order to start a little bit of some city?
Oh yeah, in most cases, I think here he just wants to hide that that's the tech route he's going, almost. As this looks almost like a very, very heavy link with upgrade pressure, right? Like, look how many links he already has, so he just wants to maybe hide the fact that he's getting that +1, but it's really not going to help when he finds out, oh, he's blind countering me as is, you know? Like, this is what you need to do against someone who's going Zerglings. Just make a lot of Hellions.
Yeah, he already has 5. He's getting, he actually has 9 Hellions right now, and he's getting 4 additional ones while following it up with a lot of barracks in order to have some bio. But if those Hellions attack, I don't know what idrA can actually do. I mean, he has a bunch of Zerglings, that's all he has to defend the Queens, the Spinecrawler. But if those, that is just so many Hellions. Finally, he's building Baneling Best, but will he have Banelings in time to defend against it? Look at that. We have 13 Hellions, Chef.
He needs to see it coming, like, right now. Which he is gonna see. Like, he sees 5. Oh, it's not enough. You need to see more Hellions. Go back, see more Hellions.
That was really well done by Alive. Hiding most of his Hellions, just sending out 2 additional ones. But idrA is now reacting. Look at his buildings. He's going for 2 additional Spinecrawlers, and he's walling off completely with Roach Warren and the Evolution Chamber.
Wow, but he's gonna kill that Spinecrawler and get in. Look at, oh man.
Oh god, this is horrible. He only has links, and idrA is lining up his drones. He's lining up the drones. All of them die immediately. He already lost 20 workers, and now he leaves the game again without a GG. idrA is down 0-2 in this show match against Alive. (2-0) in favor of Alive after 2 matches, and idrA not typing GG, just leaving the game once again as soon as he realizes what kind of strategy his opponent uses. And well, the one Spinecrawler, you mentioned it, Sheth, he got killed, he was able to get into the base. But wow, he lined up those drones, and from that point on, there was just nothing he could do anymore. He didn't scout, you mentioned it, he needed to scout it. I don't know what to say. It's just like, I certainly didn't expect idrA to go down with 2-0 after just 2 games. Well, not just 2 games, but that fast, that is. It was 15 minutes in total.
Yeah, if you don't know what's going on, you have to send in an Overlord from the edges. You have to make sure you get Zerglings into scout, and idrA didn't do either of those until it was too late, so if you don't scout, it happens. That's the strength of the Terran army.
So do you think there was anything that he could have done, like trying to throw down a second row of Spinecrawlers behind the first one in order to make it a little bit harder for the Hellions, but in the end they would probably have busted through anyways, wouldn't they?
He mismicroed. He didn't put the Queen where the dying Spinecrawler was. If he put the Queen there and had at least 1 transfuse on it, she had the energy for it, I believe, he would have at least done a lot better. He would have had time to make a few Banelings back there. And then by the time they get the Queen dead with the transfuse, they can run in, but the Lings would also be better positioned. Like, if you notice, when his Lings attacked, they just came from one side in a big group. That's like, kill us, you know?
Yeah, same with the drones. He tried to attack the Hellions with the drones, and he just lined them up perfectly. And, well, 1 shot from the Hellions, and there was 20 drones right there. All of them are gone in an instant. Well, I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. That's the 2nd game, and we are heading into the 3rd, which is going to be on Crossfire, by the way. So idrA really needs a win now if he wants to come back into this show match series. It's a best of 7. He's already down 2 games, and Alive certainly is not a pushover. So let's see how idrA is going to fare on the 3rd map.
Real quick though, just to clarify what they should have done instead of just that flood of units, is you just want to split them up into lots of little groups and come from different directions. That's all. But yeah, let's get right into game 3.